Many of us are interested in unsolved mysteries. Some of these mysteries have been explained as the years have passed, and even more have been met with a general consensus as to their cause. Yet, there are several strange mysteries that have yet to be solved in the modern day, and it's these impossible to explain enigmas that have left us wanting answers. Soldiers turned into stone by cosmic beings. They say that truth is stranger than fiction. It's no secret that there are many strange things going on in our world that the general public will never know about, and we only hear about these things when officials decide to go on record and detail them, which helps us to better understand how we are truly left in the dark about some subjects. The argument could be made that sometimes this is for the best. However, others who have an interest in mysterious topics have often voiced their opinion about how they would love to know more. This is where the Freedom of Information Act comes in, and in recent years, it's helped online researchers uncover some bizarre and mysterious events. For those unaware, the Freedom of Information Act is a federal law that provides individuals with the right to access information held by government agencies. It was signed into law in 1966 with the goal of increasing transparency and accountability of the government to the public. Under the Freedom of Information Act, anyone can request access to records and information held by federal agencies, including documents, reports, and data. However, there are certain exemptions to the law, such as information that would compromise national security, personal privacy, or confidential business information. Freedom of Information Act requests must be made in writing, and agencies are required to respond to them within 20 business days. The Freedom of Information Act has been instrumental in promoting government transparency and facilitating investigative journalism. It has been used to uncover a wide range of information, from historical documents to details about government policies and procedures. Interestingly, in recent years, hundreds of thousands of documents have been published online, some of which have been done without the public's knowledge. There's some laws that state that officials have to release documents every couple of decades or so. One of these written laws in the United Kingdom is that of the 30-year rule, which states that certain government documents have to be released to the public 30 years after they were created. Due to hundreds of thousands of documents being released online in recent years, people are constantly finding strange writings that go on to detail mysterious events. And although many of them are not of interest and detail general administration work, some have caught people's attention. One such document goes into detail about 23 soldiers that were taken by 5 humanoid creatures, and this was after an encounter went wrong in Siberia back in 1993. The document details the following. After Mikhail Gorbachev dissolved in 1991, the KGB Top Secret Intelligence Administration, a lot of material from that department found their way abroad, in particular to the CIA. As reported by the authoritative magazine, US intelligence obtained a 250-page file on the attack of a UFO on a military unit in Siberia. The file contains not only many documentary photographs and drawings, but also testimonies by actual participants in the events. One of the Central Intelligence Agency representatives referred to this case as a horrific picture of revenge on the part of extraterrestrial creatures, a picture that makes one's blood freeze. According to the KGB material, a quite low-flying spaceship in the shape of a saucer appeared above a military unit that was conducting routine training maneuvers. For unknown reasons, someone unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile and it hit the UFO. It fell to Earth not far away, and 5 short humanoids with large heads and large black eyes emerged from it. It is stated in the testimonies by the 2 soldiers who remained alive that, after freeing themselves from the debris, the aliens came close together and then merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. That object began to buzz and hiss sharply and then became brilliant white. In a few seconds, the spheres grew much bigger and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomenon turned into stone poles. Only 2 soldiers who stood in the shade and were less exposed to the luminous explosion survived. The KGB report goes on to say that the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changes the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed it into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of limestone. A Central Intelligence Agency representative stated, If the KGB file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all our assumptions. They can stand up for themselves if attacked." End quote. People were surprised when they read this document, saying that it's the proof that they've been looking for. Another thing people noticed was that the Central Intelligence Agencies didn't dismiss this mysterious encounter. This document can be found on the official Central Intelligence Agency website. Memorandum 6751 is an interesting document that was released online by the FBI. It is quite a challenge to come across, but the aforementioned document is part of a vast collection of thousands, although it stands out due to its distinct nature. What sets it apart is its intricate exploration of enigmatic entities, advanced technological advancements, and intriguing gateways. The documentation was released in 2015 and has been used by researchers into the unknown as proof that we know of advanced beings. The document reads as follows. San Diego, California, July 8, 1947. A memorandum of importance. This memorandum is respectfully addressed to certain scientists or distinction to important astronomical and military authorities, to a number of public officials, and to the FOM publications. The writer has little expectation that everything of importance will be accomplished by this gesture. Nevertheless, it seems a public duty to make it available. The present writer has several university degrees and was formerly a university department head. A very serious situation may develop at any time with regard to the flying saucers. If one of those should be attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. In the public mind, this might create near panic and international suspicion. The principal data concerning these craft is now at hand and must be offered, no matter how fantastic and unintelligible it may seem to mind not previously instructed in timing of this type. 1. Part of the discs carry crews, others are under remote control. 2. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this planet. 3. These visitors are human-like but much larger in size. 4. They come from their own world. 5. They do not come from any planet as we use this word, but from another planet which interpenetrates with our own and is not perceptible to us. 6. The bodies of the visitors and the craft also automatically materialize on entering the vibratory ratio of our dense matter. 7. The disk possesses a type of radiant energy or a ray which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. They re-enter the Earth at will and so simply disappear from our vision without a trace. 8. The region from which they come is not the astral plane, but corresponds to the lokes or tails. Students of this matter will understand these terms. 9. They probably cannot be reached by radio, but probably can be by radar, if a signal system can be devised for that. We give information and warnings and can do no more. Let the newcomers be treated with every kindness. Unless the discs are withdrawn, a redacted with which our culture and science are incapable of redacted. A heavy responsibility rests upon those who are in authority to understand this matter." End quote. An interview with an individual named Billy featured on the next page, in which it details a boy called Billy who happened to photograph one of these strange objects, and which details that afterwards a strange agent decided to pay him a visit. The document reads as follows. The photograph in this clipping is alleged to represent a flying disc, which was observed by Billy Turenstein, a Norfolk schoolboy who was successful in photographing the object with his small camera. Billy was interviewed on August 8, 1947 by Special Agent Redacted, at which time Billy informed that the original negative was given by him to a Mr. Brown of the Photo Craftsman's Service. Billy advised that he has an agreement with Mr. Brown, whereby the latter will share equally in any profits derived from the use of the negative by commercial firms or newspapers. As of August 1947, Billy has not received any remuneration for the use of this negative. He informed me that he was sitting on the front porch of his apartment, which is located on the 3rd floor at 410 West. He had read numerous newspaper articles pertaining to flying discs and decided to sit on his porch in the hopes of seeing one and attempting to photograph it. On July 8, 1947, Billy observed a large black object moving rapidly through space, proceeding from the southwest to a northeast direction. He said the black object was followed by two smaller objects, which also proceeded in the same direction. Billy explained that the objects were moving at a very fast speed, which appeared to him to be much faster than the speed of an aeroplane, and further that the objects appeared to be extremely high. He said that they were much higher than the average plane travels in the city of Norfolk, and appeared to be above the clouds. Billy was unable to state what the black objects represented. He said, though, that the objects were at such a great distance from him that it was not necessary that he raised his head in order to see them from his porch. He immediately turned around to obtain his camera and estimated that it took him approximately 20 seconds, at which time the discs were almost directly over his apartment, and it was necessary that he stoop and look up almost perpendicular in order to obtain the photograph, which accounts for the porch railing being shown. Billy pointed out that the day on which he took the photograph, the weather was hazy and somewhat cloudy. End quote. After this, Billy went on to say that once the object got closer, he could see that it was black and in the shape of a disc. What's interesting about these documents is that there's so many of them detailing the same thing, strange crafts that have been observed by researchers and scientists. It's documents like this that have led people to say that we've been studying these crafts for nearly 100 years now, yet the public are still being kept in the dark about what these things are, where they are coming from, and how they are able to achieve the things they do. The phenomenon of unidentified flying objects has captured the human imagination for centuries, leading many to believe that these enigmatic objects have visited Earth throughout history. One of the earliest recorded UFO sightings dates back to ancient Egypt, a civilization known for its meticulous documentation of events. Hieroglyphs on the famous Tuli papyrus, which dates back to the reign of Thutmose III in the 15th century BCE, describe a strange celestial occurrence. According to the text, fiery discs were seen in the sky, emitting a brilliant light and exhibiting unusual movements. The sighting was recorded with great detail, including the location, time of day, and the reactions of witnesses. This early account suggests that UFOs have been a part of human history for millennia, raising questions about their significance and the nature of their visits to ancient civilizations. The Annunciation of Ezekiel. In the Hebrew Bible's Book of Ezekiel, there is a famous account often cited as an early UFO encounter. Ezekiel, a prophet living during the Babylonian exile around 593 BCE, described a visionary experience in which he witnessed a wheel within a wheel descending from the sky. The text goes on to describe the appearance of strange beings and a vivid, otherworldly encounter. While interpretations of Ezekiel's vision vary, some researchers argue that his description bears similarities to modern UFO sightings, with the wheel within a wheel possibly representing a flying, saucer-like object. This early account adds to the intrigue surrounding UFOs' presence in historical texts and beliefs. The Nuremberg Celestial Battle. On April 14, 1561, the residents of Nuremberg, Germany, witnessed a baffling celestial event that became known as the Nuremberg Celestial Battle. The event involved the appearance of various aerial phenomena, including cylindrical objects, crosses, and spheres, engaged in what appeared to be a fierce battle in the skies. Witnesses described the objects emitting smoke and fire as they engaged in this mysterious aerial encounter. The Nuremberg Celestial Battle was documented in the local newspaper, and artists of the time produced detailed woodcut illustrations depicting the event. While some explanations suggest natural phenomena or atmospheric anomalies, others interpret the event as a possible early UFO sighting, raising questions about the nature of these aerial objects. The Foo Fighters of World War II. During World War II, military pilots on both sides of the conflict reported encounters with mysterious aerial objects known as Foo Fighters. These objects were often described as glowing orbs or spheres that followed aircraft, exhibited extraordinary speeds and maneuvers, and emitted strange lights. The sightings were reported in the war diaries of various Allied and Axis pilots, raising questions about their origin and purpose. While some explanations have suggested natural atmospheric phenomena or secret military technology, the true nature of these early UFO sightings remains elusive. The history of UFO sightings stretches back millennia, with accounts recorded in ancient civilizations, religious texts, historical records, and military archives. These early encounters with unidentified aerial phenomena challenge our understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. While skepticism and debate continue to surround these accounts, they provide a compelling glimpse into the enduring mystery of UFOs and their presence throughout human history. The study of UFOs represents a quest for answers, a desire to unravel the enigma of these unidentified visitors, and an exploration of the unknown that spans across the ages. Over the past several years, there has been a surge in reports linking unidentified flying objects to the Navy. In 2007, the Department of Defense initiated the establishment of an exhaustive UFO research program. This program was specifically designed to collect crucial information regarding these enigmatic aerial phenomena, examining their origins and technological capabilities. The undertaking, known as the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, garnered substantial funding of $22 million and assembled a dedicated team of military intelligence officials, researchers, and individuals with the highest levels of security clearance. Its primary mission was to ascertain whether these unidentified flying objects posed any potential threats to national security. Promptly, this dedicated team collated an extensive array of bizarre sighting reports, reported by pilots from various corners of the country. These reports were accompanied by supporting data such as corroborating camera footage and radar information. Their diligent efforts aimed to correlate these sightings with known international aircraft signatures, seeking to shed light on the nature and identities of these inexplicable objects. The depth of research conducted within this program was remarkable. With a comprehensive approach, the team delved into a meticulous analysis of each sighting and associated data, endeavoring to uncover profound insights surrounding these enigmatic phenomena. Their quest for understanding encompassed a wide range of aspects, including the potential implications for national security. This comprehensive compilation and analysis of UFO sightings by the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program exemplifies their commitment to enrich their understanding of these phenomena. By expanding their investigation efforts and examining multiple dimensions, they aimed to amplify our comprehension of the mysterious and often perplexing sightings reported by credible witnesses. After thoroughly analyzing the gathered data and compiling it, it quickly became apparent that our expectations of finding clear explanations for these mysterious crafts and their origins would not be met. Surprisingly, a substantial number of esteemed researchers involved in the program were convinced that these unidentified flying objects and their corresponding crafts did not originate from Earth. Moreover, these enigmatic objects exhibited behavior and capabilities that defied any rational explanation. This extraordinary revelation may be the Department of Defense's closest acknowledgement of the plausibility of extraterrestrial crafts without directly stating it. Such an unprecedented stance by the department signifies the gravity of these sightings and the colossal mystery that surrounds them. Interestingly, it has come to light that the United States Navy has recently made a surprising claim regarding its ownership of patents for peculiar and unconventional technologies. Based on these patents, the United States Navy is presently engaged in the development of a compact fusion reactor, which holds the potential to provide energy to entire cities. However, it is a specific innovation that has captured widespread interest. The Navy has revealed plans for an inertial mass reduction and a hybrid aerospace underwater craft. The concept of inertial mass reduction implies a groundbreaking advancement in propulsion technology, aiming to reduce the inertial mass of an object to achieve enhanced maneuverability and speed. These groundbreaking patents have gained the moniker of the UFO patents, capturing the attention and curiosity of many. The initial report of these patents was first published by the War Zone, a reliable source known for its insightful coverage. They even managed to uncover the identity of the mastermind behind these patents, Dr. Salvatore Cesar Paes, a brilliant scientist who has contributed his expertise to both the Navy and the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division. Delving deeper into the subject matter, Dr. Paes expounds on the concept behind these patents, stating, "The underlying principle revolves around the controlled movement of electrically charged particles through the use of accelerated vibrations and/or rapid acceleration transients applied to rotational motion. This, in turn, leads to the generation of remarkably potent electromagnetic fields with exorbitant levels of energy and intensity. The comprehensive nature of these patents is truly awe-inspiring, offering a detailed and extensive exploration of electromagnetics and its potential applications. One particular aspect of the patents has garnered considerable attention from UFO researchers: the concept of developing a novel propulsion system capable of propelling a vessel underwater at extraordinary velocities. While some individuals express skepticism about the feasibility of such ideas, asserting that our current technological capabilities fall short of their realization, others claim that the Navy already possesses this advanced technology, which they refer to as USOs, namely unidentified submerged objects. While the general public is familiar with unidentified flying objects, not everyone may be aware of the existence of unidentified submerged objects. These are unidentified flying objects, spotted both within and in proximity to oceans, with certain individuals even asserting that they have witnessed these crafts submerging beneath the water's surface without causing a disturbance. Notably, these sightings are not limited to amateur observers alone, as military personnel have also reported witnessing large UFOs silently descending into the depths and remaining submerged for several hours. The accumulation of such reports has led some to speculate about the possible existence of subaquatic bases utilized by these crafts, suggesting the involvement of a broader and more complex phenomenon. USOs are described as bearing a striking resemblance to regular UFOs, prompting questions regarding their potential distinctions or the potential for conventional UFOs to operate covertly underwater. According to another individual, it is believed that the technology in question already exists and is being gradually introduced to the general public. The idea behind this approach is that the developers are aware of the growing skepticism and the increased quest for uncovering the truth. Consequently, they have decided to abandon secrecy. This viewpoint suggests that the technology in question is no longer a concealed secret, but rather a gradually emerging reality known to a wider audience. Interestingly, there is another piece of information that has garnered significant attention in recent times. In a surprising revelation by Chaim Eshed, a former chief of Israel's space security, it has been asserted that both the United States and Israeli governments have been engaged in communication with an extraordinary entity known as the Galactic Federation, consisting of beings from other planets. This revelation, although startling, provides a captivating glimpse into the realm of extraterrestrial encounters and government involvement. The moment the post was shared online, it quickly gained widespread attention, triggering a wave of amusement and ridicule towards the claims made. However, there were also those who saw this as confirmation of what they have long asserted, that governments possess knowledge of extraterrestrial beings and have maintained contact with them over an extended period. On the other hand, some individuals responded to the news with excitement, viewing it as a deliberate test to gauge public reaction and assess whether panic would ensue. Renowned Israeli space security program chief Chaim Eshed recently made startling revelations to Israeli newspapers, claiming that high-ranking officials from the United States and other nations have established communication with extraterrestrial beings. These ongoing interactions, according to Eshed, involve none other than members of the enigmatic Galactic Federation. Eshed's credibility cannot be undermined, as he dedicated almost 3 decades of his life to leading Israel's space security program. Expanding further, Eshed elaborated on the existence of a profound connection between our planet's highest authorities and the extraterrestrial realm. Astoundingly, he revealed that these interstellar encounters have led to agreements and collaborative efforts to delve into the mysteries of the cosmos, specifically regarding the fabric of the universe. Delving into the details, it becomes evident that the Galactic Federation, an enigmatic coalition of advanced civilizations from across the cosmos, has engaged in dialogues with influential figures on Earth. These discussions revolve around conducting extensive research and acquiring knowledge pertaining to the fundamental nature of the universe. Interestingly, Eshed asserts that the former President of the United States, who held office as the 45th President, was on the brink of publicly disclosing classified information pertaining to extraterrestrial beings. Eshed goes further to suggest that the President believed it was imperative for the public to be aware of the reality behind these occurrences. However, according to Eshed's account, the President became aware that divulging this information was prevented by extraterrestrial entities themselves. The rationale behind their intervention, as presented by Eshed, is that revealing the existence of aliens to the general public would result in widespread panic and chaos. This revelation implies that the president's intention to disclose the truth was met with an unsettling opposition from these extraterrestrial entities. Eshed expressed his disagreement with the aforementioned statements, firmly asserting his belief that it is imperative for the world to be acquainted with the truth regarding current events. Renowned in his field, Eshed emphasized the significance of his words, urging others to regard them with gravity. He further asserted, "Had I voiced these views 5 years ago, I would have faced institutionalization. However, the current discourse has shifted, reflecting a changing mindset. With my accomplishments and accolades, including respected positions in foreign universities, I am undeterred by potential backlash." Eshed's assertions bear weight, as his expertise spans various academic institutions globally where similar paradigm shifts are emerging. Through his candid remarks, Eshed alluded to a progressive movement that is gaining momentum and transcending borders. It is truly intriguing to witness a significant number of officials stepping forward over the past few years to engage in discussions regarding unidentified flying objects, shedding light on the fact that government authorities have been aware of their existence for quite some time. This influx of testimonies has not only caught the attention of skeptics, but also compelled them to re-evaluate their stance on this matter, causing a shift towards a more serious consideration of the subject. The emergence of these officials, sharing their knowledge and experiences surrounding UFOs, has sparked a heightened curiosity within the public sphere.